Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 1 of Zach's Chat. I'm your host, Zach. This is my new podcast where I'm inviting fellow content creators to come on, interview them for a little bit, ask them questions, the ups and downs of being famous on the internet, or not famous, just a little famous. But I'm honored to have our first guest here today, my good friend, my good pal, Damien Lee. How you doing, Damien?
Hi, welcome. I'm pleased to be here on Zach's Chat. It'd be really awkward if your name wasn't Zach. Welcome to Zach's Chat. My name is Tony.
Yeah, I've named the podcast in honor of my good friend Zach, who's recently passed.
So he can no longer chat, really.
He can no longer chat. But it's good to have you, Damien. I'm happy to have you aboard. How you been?
Man, we had a vacation down in snowy Colorado.
That's right.
And I got banned from the state. No longer allowed within 100 meters of Colorado state.
That is true. Damien went to the top of Pikes Peak here in Colorado Springs and actually took a shit on top of the summit.
So they called it Pikes Poop.
Yeah, and because of that, he is now banned, and I can no longer see him again here. I have to go out to California.
I asked the tour guide if I took a shit on top of Pikes Peak and took it down to the bottom of the mountain if it turned to diarrhea, and it was that quick.
Did it turn into diarrhea?
No, but their donuts certainly deflated.
Yeah, they do that. That is a true fact. Their donuts from the donut shop at the top of Pikes Peak do become awful garbage at the bottom of the mountain if you bring it down.
Well, it still tastes like donut, doesn't it?
I'm sure it still tastes like donut, but it probably don't look like donut.
I didn't look at a Pikes Peak donut, but I kind of look at Pikes Peak donut. just to see what happens when you take it down the mountain.
You gotta do your own research on it. I can certainly say I haven't had a donut from Pikes Peak, but I have been almost to the top of Pikes Peak, and it was very smoky from the fires from California.
Why did you go during that time?
Well, because my dad was visiting, and we were like, "Yo, let's go to Pikes Peak." I mean, it was still cool. You could still see from for miles, but I don't know. Anywho, tell us what you do, Damien. Give yourself a nice little introduction.
Hi, my name is Damien Lee, and I love. I only make Reddit videos. In fact, I'm the only Reddit channel.
You actually were the first to make Reddit content. Is that correct?
There's no one before me, and there will be no one after me. I am one of a kind. And if you disagree, I will hear about it.
There's nothing you can't disagree with a fact. You just have to accept it.
You can't say no to facts, and you can't say no to this question.
This is already going very smoothly.
I'm just gonna ruin the first episode like an Eric Andre interview. I'm just gonna really fuck this shit up, dude.
No one is going to want to join after this. It's gonna be a one episode.
I am the only guest.
It'll be a miracle if this does not last as long as the Mike and Zach cast. Because
Sorry, the what?
Mike and I, Piemations, had a podcast, and it lasted for 3 episodes or something like that.
You know Piemations?
Yeah, I do, man. He's don't meet your heroes.
Well, good thing he's my villain.
He is my sworn arch nemesis. But yeah, I did not write down any questions at all. So I'm just gonna ask, when did you start creating content online? What was your sort of inspiration? What made you go, you know what? I think I wanna try my hand at this. I wanna be an internet personality.
What a question. Okay. Honestly, since I was a kid, I want to say before I hit, my teenage years for sure is when I started, before I was a teenager. And I remember the first channel I ever had. I'm pretty sure it was called Damien Films with a Z.
All right.
And yeah,
classic. That's a classic beginner
Damien
channel.
Film, yeah.
Yeah, the films with a Z.
With a Z. And what I did is with me and my friend Matt. And I remember Matt very fondly because he taught me how to make frame-by-frame animations on MS Paint with, I think it was one of the camcord screen recording apps.
Was it Fraps or?
No, it wasn't Fraps. It was
DxTory.
worse. Not DxTory.
Oh, wait, no.
Super old.
Is it like, oh man, it was in all those old YouTube videos where it was like recorded with Bandicam?
Not Bandicam. It was even older than Bandicam.
People also search for Camtasia, Cam Studio, Fraps. I already mentioned that one.
It was probably Cam Studio.
XSplit.
Yeah, it was Cam Studio.
Okay, so you made frame by frame animations in Paint. How difficult was that? Because I know
God, it was two kids making drawings.
Just like you got to draw something, save it to your computer, draw another thing, save it again, blah blah blah. Shut up, Alexa. My Alexa's wake word is the C word. There, now you're muted. Now you're not the first guest.
What lonely existence would that have been?
Well, yeah. Welcome to episode 1 of my new podcast where I'm interviewing Alexa of Amazon. I'm sorry. I don't understand what you're trying to say.
Just that the whole way through.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I don't know what you mean by, why won't you just respond normally, you piece of fucking shit? I hate technology.
I do think, though, because I would use Cam Studio. It wasn't necessarily difficult that I remember. It was we were having fun doing it, and I don't remember a time where I was like, where it was like, oh, back to the grind. No, I was a kid making.
Yeah, no, it was before a time of, now when it comes to doing something creative, you're like, oh man, will this work? Will this help me pay rent? Are people gonna hate this? But when you're a kid, you're just like, fuck it, I want to create. I don't care if it turns out good or bad. I can just upload it to YouTube, show my friends at school, and be like, yeah, look what I made. And then they're like, wow, I want to be a YouTuber like you. And you're like, I'm not. I'm just doing this for fun. But yeah, so that was your first channel, you said, Damien Films. What year would you say that was?
Ooh. I definitely before YouTube got monetization.
What would you say is? What do you remember the second channel, or is there a second and then third channel?
Oh yeah, there's plenty.
A plethora.
I would forget it was so common that I would forget the password to one and then make another.
Oh fuck it, I'm just gonna make another one.
I would I remember my email at the time was, and I don't use this email anymore because I'm an adult. But it was buffoon29@gmail.com. I did not know the password of that one, but I'd be very interested to see what's come of it. I would love to. I would love to see the emails to buffoon29@gmail.com.
I know. I recently got a hold of one of my old emails, and there's like, thank you for creating your Club Penguin account.
Oh, by the way, buffoon's not even spelled right. I'm missing an F. So.
Oh, okay.
It's buffoon.
Buffoon. What do you remember what your second endeavor was on YouTube, your second channel?
I know I then moved into trying to make gaming videos. I think I tried to do vlogs at one point.
Oh, I think we all tried that. I definitely remember making, cause like back in the day, YouTubers would always have like Tobuscus, for example, just cause I watched him all the time when I was younger. For example, he would have like Tobuscus, and then he'd have like Tobuscus 2 or something, or Tobuscus 3, and they would all have like, one would be for his main channel sketch comedy, or not sketch comedy, but animations and such, or music videos, and then he'd have like Toby Games, I think was one of them, where he would play video games, and then Toby Vlogs or Tobuscus Vlogs. I don't remember, but I remember trying that, and I wanted to do like ZxF Vlogs or ZxF Games, but I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna put them all on one channel. But yeah, so your second endeavor was gaming and or vlogs.
Yeah, and by the way, just to give you an update, I am now trying to access
the Buffoon.
Yeah, Buffoon. My recovery question is, in all lowercase, no punctuation, what's my cat's name?
What is my cat's name?
Answer me.
I had multiple cats. Oh god.
No, I remembered it. I remember the name. Now I'm trying to recover the account. It's saying it can't, but I might try and actually contact Google.
Google, can I please get into my old...
I wanna see what's in this email really bad.
That's understandable.
But I know I should do vlogs at some point. I know the gaming. I actually have a story about the gaming when I try to do gaming videos.
Oh boy. Let's hear it.
I'm not proud of it, but when I was young, I bought into the sub for sub.
Oh, the sin.
I feel like when you're a kid, you fall into that really easy.
I mean, yeah, you're in a point of like, I'll do anything for growth,
Exactly.
Like, look, I'll sub to your channel if you sub to mine, I feel like we were all guilty of that at some point, but I certainly remember being a little more like, well, I mean, I'm trying to earn my growth. You earn yours.
Whoa.
Well, I mean,
It was around 2012.
Okay, that sounds about right.
Slender. I remember making a Slender Let's Play.
Yeah, just you saying the word Slender has brought a plethora of memories flooding back into my brain. I remember my aunt showed me PewDiePie's playthroughs of Slender. That was ancient. He was big at that time. I think he was the most subscribed channel, but I mean, he wasn't even anywhere close to where he is now.
Oh man, do you remember, speaking of Slender, you remember the $20 mode?
Oh yeah, where you going? Give me $20. Give me $20.
Dude, I loved that. It was
so ridiculous.
Much.
That was the thing that I was like thankful for because it made it not as scary. I was a little baby man. I was a little man baby. I wasn't too happy with it.
I remember playing. My family didn't have like internet at the time, so I'd mooch off my neighbor's like passwordless Wi-Fi to make videos.
Yeah,
in the back porch, by the way.
In the back porch.
I was gaming in the back porch.
Welcome to Back Porch Gaming.
Oh, I could have totally marketed off of that.
You could have.
I'm pretty sure I was called like at that point. I think I was like, I don't know, fucking Damien plays video games real good. 45. I don't know.
So, what's your channel name? I'll subscribe to you when I get home. Damien likes to play games very good. 45. Yes.
My username is QWERTYUIOPASDFGHJKLZXZ. Just immediately.
All right, can you say that again, but a little slower, please?
Yeah, sure. It's QWERTYU.
It's
it's just a chorus to Scatman.
Yeah, what's your channel?
No, like you said that? Yeah, sure. It's boom boom beetle.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna get copywritten, dude.
Yeah, because it sounds so close to the
original. It's so accurate.
We're 15 minutes in, we're just baby babbling.
We are baby babbling. That's okay. It's it's humble beginnings. Humble beginnings for the good old Zach's Chat podcast.
Yeah, Zach Chat.
Zach Chat. No, that's awful.
Try reading your name like Satchel. Zatchel.
Not to go off topic because we were talking about old channels and such, but I just got reminded of. So I did see Damien. I did see you a couple days ago when you were visiting down here in
lit a big old fire.
Beautiful Colorado. That's right. And I finally met you in person after 5 years. I probably should have given a little more context. Like, I've known Damien for quite a while, and that's why he's on the podcast today. But I've known Damien since like late 2015, early 2016, something like that. But I wanted to the Zatchel thing reminded me of when we met. We were at an IHOP, and we had a very funny meme, a very funny bit that we could not stop doing. We were sitting at the Jable, eating our
Jan Jakes.
Our Jan Jakes and Jergers.
Jergers and Drench Dries.
Yep. And I thought about ordering a Joke Jake, but I did not want to get a Jummy Ache.
Joe Jama, Juk Me, Jud and Jar, Jumai Jorts.
Yeah, I don't know why I felt like I had to bring that up, but I did want to mention that we did meet finally for the first time. We went to IHOP. I met some of the Sad Milk crew.
You met all of them, actually.
Okay. Well, I met all of the Sad Milk crew. We were also there with my roommates, Robin and Mike. And after that, we went to go see Elf in a private screening.
That was great.
That was very fun because one, I haven't seen Elf in a very long time, and two, it was great just being able to scream and yell in a movie theater and not worry about getting in trouble because it was just us.
We could scream, we could yell. We yelled Will Ferrell Gaming over and over again.
Will Ferrell Gaming, dude.
We'll make that a channel.
Hey guys, welcome to Will Ferrell Gaming. Today we'll be playing Elf, the video
I think
game.
it'd be really funny to deep fake Will Ferrell, then make him a gaming channel.
Find a Will Ferrell impersonator. That'd be a really high effort bit.
Eventually, Will Ferrell finds out about it, collabs with the channel.
I just thought it was so funny. I just thought, yeah, I'll join. I'll play into the bit. But yeah, that was fun. And then the next day, you and your girlfriend, you had a B&B, an Airbnb, and we went out back. I brought some s'mores, some weenies, some brats.
You brought an Arnie Palmy.
A good gallon of Arnold Palmer.
I love the end of that too, where you're like, "Hey, you guys want to have this Arnold Palmer?" And then Mike steps in.
Oh, Mike's like, "Hell no, dude!" Look, I love Arnold Palmer so much; it is very good. And I showed Mike. I bought some at our local grocery store, and I was like, "You got to try this, Mike." And he was like, "All right." And so now it's all gone before I can get any because he drinks it all. I'm just kidding. But yeah, it has become one of, if not his favorite drink. And yeah, I was like, you guys can keep the Arnold Palmer if you want. And he was like, "No, dude, I'm taking that home."
I can make a keto version of Arnold Palmer's, and I'm very excited. Like a John Daly as well.
I like these names.
A John Daly includes vodka.
Oh,
bro.
What?
I ain't the first one to say Arnie Palmies.
Wait, what?
I'm looking at a Reddit thread about it. I think it's from the other guys had the word Arnie Palmies.
The other guys? Who are the other guys?
It's the Will Ferrell Mark Wahlberg movie.
Wait, what?
There's a scene where this guy's ringing out Arnold. He goes, "Arnold Palmer alert! Who wants some Arnie Palmies?" And I thought I was the first one to say it, but no. Wait, Daddy's Home is also a Ferrell Wahlberg?
Yeah. Following the 2010 film The Other Guys, it's a sequel? Daddy's Home?
What?
Oh, no. Sorry, I'm reading the Wikipedia here. It's the second, Daddy's Home is the second collaboration between Ferrell and Wahlberg following the 2010 film The Other Guys. I thought it was saying it's like a sequel. Because I was going to say, the poster for Daddy's Home has like Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg like, just doing normal things. And then The Other Guys has them in the air with dual handguns. Also, I apologize for any background noise. Robin is being very loud. That's all right. Hey, look, I'm no Conan O'Brien, though I would love to be Conan O'Brien. He's a very funny man. I'll try to invite him to the podcast someday.
You know what happens when you hurt his feelings?
What?
He's Conan O'Brien.
You know what Conan is when he's getting out of the shower? Conan O'Brien.
You know what he is when he's making chicken nuggies? He's Conan O'Brien.
Yeah, dude.
You know when you compliment him, when you say he's handsome, he's Conan O'Smiling.
When he gets some new clothes, he's Conan O'Styling.
Oh,
when he's traveling overseas, he's Conan O'Flying.
He's covered in grease. He's Conan O'Shining.
That's good. That's good. You think Conan would come on the podcast, like episode 2? Because Conan and I are very good friends. So we're mutuals actually on Twitter.
Right.
Me and Conan. Right. Don't look it up. I'm being serious. I'm not lying to you. I feel like you're looking it up, and okay. We're not mutuals. I don't know Conan O'Brien, but do you think? Hey man, episode 2 of my podcast. Come on. But going back, what would you say that you started first, gaming or vlogging?
Ooh, I want to say I probably did vlogging first before I did gaming.
Do you recall any of your first vlogging adventures?
Recording me and my friend Don flipping off of his dad's truck.
Did you get hurt? Did you do good backflips?
I was filming. I wasn't the one flipping.
Okay, so you were out of harm's way.
Yes.
And your friend Don, what was he okay? Did anything happen?
I remember him being fine.
He didn't perhaps backflip off the truck and crack his skull open on the pavement. Because honestly, I think that would have been pretty funny.
You know, it would have been epic, but
I think that would have gotten a lot of views. Nothing against your friend Don. I just think that really would have kickstarted your career.
Yeah, of course. Yes, of course.
It's kind of a shame he didn't hurt himself. But so your vlogs seemed pretty. Seems like they were a fun time doing backflips off of trucks.
Oh, I had a great time.
Were there any other vlogs you perhaps did? Like, hey, I'm going to the store and I'm gonna buy myself a Nesquik, or maybe
that was very specific. Did you make a vlog of you going to the store to buy a Nesquik?
No, but did you, Damien, make a vlog of you going to the store, purchasing a delicious Nestle Nesquik, and perhaps a small bag of Takis and or hot Cheetos?
I made a vlog about how your mom sucks me good and hard through shorts.
Okay. You're a funny guy. So you come on here on my podcast, my critically acclaimed podcast, to insult me.
That's right.
Fair enough, honestly. Anywho. So how long do you think you did vlogs for before you started doing gaming content?
Couldn't have been long.
Your widely successful vlogging career. How did that transition into gaming?
Well, I took all my Jake Paulers and started making a new gaming channel.
Right.
You know, and they were biting at the bit. They were slobbering. They were saying, "Give us what's this new channel?
Give us gaming.
Going,
give us back porch gaming.
Please give us Arnold Palmer gaming."
What are some of the you mentioned Slender? What are some of the games that you first remember recording?
Oh, Minecraft, TF2, Game Jolt horror games, Minecraft and TF2.
I do remember when we met and I took a look at your channel at the time. I do remember there being some TF2 content on there, some of it being commentary content. I do kind of miss. I do remember telling a story, opening up Audacity, recording, and then slapping some Overwatch gameplay in the background or something like that.
I'm literally downloading TF2 again right now just to relive it.
Just to relive it. There you go.
Dude, love me some TF2.
I could never get into TF2. I've given it so many shots, so many fair attempts to capture my interest, but it's just not my cup of tea. But I do remember starting off with my channel as well in like 2011 or 12 and playing Minecraft and Surgeon Simulator, games trending during that time. When would you say that you started getting like your big break?
Honestly, I consider that right when I started doing MK. Of course, even people still now today like associate me and what I do with MK.
Right.
Wherever I am, MK is not too far behind.
It would be fair to say that because right as of now, you do Reddit content on your channel. It would be fair to say that MK sort of made you realize like this is what I'm good at. Not to say that's all you're good at.
No, it's okay. You can say that.
Like this is okay. Like this is doing well for me on MK, so I could do it on my own channel, and I would say that's doing pretty well for you.
Oh yeah.
Looking at your views and such, I know you've talked to me about a want to expand and
get the heck out of there.
Get the heck out of that Reddit content.
Get the heck out of there.
It is very hard to break a mold or escape. Like me personally doing Gmod content and Gmod content only. It is very hard to dig yourself out of a hole that you've dug yourself. Because, while it may be successful and it will do well for you, you don't always want to be stuck doing the same thing. You want to, I guess, find out, hey, I can do more than this. And you've stated you want to do sort of like Drew Gooden,
Danny Gonzalez
inspired content, yeah. And sort of do commentary stuff again. Take a topic, you do some research on it, get in front of a camera and talk about it. That's always very enjoyable content. I like watching videos of people just talk about something that's goofy or ridiculous, like Eddie Burback, occasionally Gus Johnson. You'll find something silly that kind of makes him go like, "Hey, that's a little goofy. I'm going to talk about that for a little bit." What would you say is something maybe you have a plan for a future commentary video? What would you say is in the pipeline?
I know FaZe Rug dropped a movie that I want to review.
What's their movie about?
It's a horror movie. It's the first of the many movies planned to be released of the FaZe cinematic universe, which is a real thing
that is a real genuine thing.
That is a real thing. It was directed by the same guy who made Paranormal Activity: The Ghost Dimension.
Oh, great! That bodes well.
The reviews are surprisingly positive.
I mean, hey, you'll never know. He might be the next George Lucas for horror movies.
One says, yo, this movie was really good. It's like his vlogs, but in a good, scary way.
It's like his vlogs, but good. What was that movie that Critical's in?
It's called, like, I don't know.
Where he plays a police officer or some shit?
Yeah. Believe the movie is called... I think he's in Last of the Grads.
Last of the Grads. That sounds right, because the movie's about, like, they're celebrating graduation and they're having a party in the school at night and something's preying on them kids.
Them kids.
Them damn kids. So we've talked about the ups of content creation, and what would you say is something that, for those who are like, oh man, I want to try and do some content creation myself, what's something that you'd say to look out for?
Analytics. Well, I would say when you're first making a channel, not to worry about that until you're able to apply for monetization, and then once you can, once this looks like it's something that I think once you can apply for monetization is when you should start looking at it more deeply, because that's when YouTube itself is saying, okay, this might be something that could turn into something viable.
That's always a good message to start off with, I think, because a lot of people, okay, obviously these days it is very easy to get a microphone, record your computer or whatever, and make gameplay videos, or, you know, you could be in a totally different field, vlogging, or, you know, makeup tutorials, or what have you. There is a market for anything and everything on YouTube, and a lot of people these days, they don't want to work a 9-to-5. They want to create and have that be their job. Work from home, it's the dream. Obviously, you don't want to do something purely for the money, because then it'll be... But
the money is very nice.
The money is very nice, but it is very apparent in a lot of channels where you're looking at them and like, they're just doing it for monetary gain. They are not putting their heart into it. There's no soul. It's just empty nothingness.
Yeah.
So, yes, that is a very good tip. Go into it with a creative mindset, have fun with it, and then when it comes to analytics and, you know, you're eligible for monetization, go for it. But also don't forget why you started in the first place, because you like to do it. So I guess I'll ask, what else is it in the future that you would like to tackle and attempt?
I want to do stand-up.
Stand-up. Who are some celebrities that, or content creators, or anyone already in the field of stand-up that you would say is inspiring you to go for that?
Gus Johnson, his stand-up. I would say Tom Segura, Burt Kreischer. As far as theatrics, I loved Bo Burnham's work.
Oh man, when I think of stand-up, he's the first man that I think of. He was probably the first that I ever saw perform, and God, he is a very funny man. Sorry, go ahead.
No, what? What did you say? What?
No, go ahead.
Huh? What?
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead. It's your show, dude. What?
I was just gonna say.
Yeah. So basically, when I think of
say what you were gonna say. God damn it.
No, go ahead. It's your show.
All right. I don't recall if I've ever seen much of Gus Johnson's stand-up. Did he go on tour? And
he had a very limited one, I think.
Because isn't he paired with, or partners with Comedy Central?
I think he had a whole Comedy Central week.
Yeah, because I think him and some skits with Eddie Burback. I think Comedy Central showed some of them on their YouTube channel. I can't really think of much else to say or talk about, really.
You were ready to call it a podcast, man?
I think I'm ready to call it a podcast. It's a first episode. Very messy, but I'll get better. It's daunting tackling it by yourself, I suppose.
Oh yeah, it's very oh man, you know,
well, yeah, because everyone has a podcast these days. But obviously you want to try and stand out and be unique in that field.
Yeah, right.
And I've always wanted to kind of give like interviews a shot because I'm very bad at talking to people and approaching them about like there's a whole list of people I'd love to get on the show at some point, but I'd have to actually work up the courage to ask them, hey, you wanna come on my little podcast?
Wanna come on my tiny little podcast?
Maybe this will help me kind of get out of my shell a little more. But hey, I'd like to thank you so much for joining, being the first guest on the show.
Yeah.
Always a pleasure to do anything in the creative field with you, my friend Damien.
Oh, always, dude.
Before I wrap things up, where can people check out your stuff?
Yeah, they can find me on Twitter at ZxFuller. You can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/ZxFuller, and I'd say YouTube too, youtube.com/ZxFuller. I think that's probably where they can find me. I made The Quest for Cheese.
Oh, you just had to bring that up, didn't you? You bastard. Give us your goddamn social links.
It's Damien Lee voice everywhere you can find. Twitch, it's twitch.tv/Damien Lee Live, and then YouTube is just Damien Lee.
And your Twitter is Damien Lee Live?
Damien Lee Voice.
Damien Lee Voice.
You buy my merch, you can drink G-Sups. You can use my Fortnite creator code. You can use my that's it.
And what can we expect to see from you next? What can we expect we expect to see when we go to your YouTube channel, Damien Lee?
Double daily uploads all December because I did not upload in November.
All right, well, Damien, again, thank you so much for stopping by. Appreciate you greatly.
Yeah, man.
Great to have you on. Definitely in the future, you can have people be a guest twice. Once
come back on, revisit this and do it properly.
Once I get a little better at this whole shtick, we'll see. But hey, until the next one, I'd like to thank everyone for watching. Thank you so much. Go check out Damien and his content. And thank you for listening. The first episode of Zach's Chat. I'll see you guys around.